everyone, I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're talking about New From Here, by Kelly Yang, which I got off of Edelweiss.
I got it off NetGalley.
Even though the book is out. Maybe I did get it off NetGalley. You know what? I think I did get off NetGalley now that I say that. Anyway, thank you, Simon & Schuster, because I got it from somebody. So this book is about three siblings, mostly about Knox, his older brother Bowen, and his little sister Leah, and their father is from California and their mother is from Hong Kong, and they have been living in Hong Kong. And this takes place right when COVID started to hit in Hong Kong. So the father can't leave, he's a lawyer. And so the mother and the three kids go to the house that they have inherited in California, and it was like their summer house, to try to basically avoid COVID because you know how badly it was in Asia. And so Knox is 10 years old and he has severe ADHD, and he's trying to start a new school and he's trying to fit in. And then their mother loses her job because the bank she works for in Hong Kong is like, nah, we said we would hold this job for you, but we're not going to. And so she's trying to get a new job. And so Knox and his siblings are trying to help her get a new job while also trying to figure out ways to earn enough money to get their father to come over to be with them because they think that he'd be more safe with them. And it's about COVID and it's about the racism that they dealt with as half Asian children, particularly saying that one of the siblings looks way more Asian than the other two, and like the just different way people interact with them. And that's basically it.
So the premise of this book I thought was really interesting, especially because it seems like it was based on the author's personal experience.
Yes.
And I thought that like it was just it was baffling but interesting to see kind of she did separate her family at the beginning of the pandemic, assuming that it was only going to be 2 months, and really it's still going on.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting. So the beginning of the book was very interesting in that way, and just how people were dealing with the pandemic. And it's also interesting to kind of see the pandemic come into a book because it's finally starting to filter into plots. And this is taking it, I mean, I guess it's historical, right? I mean, like it's taking it from historically where the pandemic first started.
But do kids want to read about COVID now? Like they're talking about having to do virtual online classes, and I feel like it's too soon.
You think? I don't know.
I don't know. The kids at my library are still like it's constantly every time, because did they go virtual this year at all? But whenever it gets brought up, like it's like almost traumatic for them. I mean, I like the fact that they're talking about it because I think kids need to talk about it. But this book didn't work for me. First, like I felt Knox was supposed to be 10. I feel like he sounds like he's 5 or 6.
See, and I know that I know that you had mentioned that, but like, I don't know, like he did seem younger, but I think by and large, he did feel like a 10-year-old to me.
And I'm sorry.
Youngest would be like 8.
The stuff that the mom, like, I get that she was supposed to be kind of like an absentee parent and like, but at the same time trying to get her job, like the stuff that the kids did because she was not paying attention was horrifying.
Well, and the mom was in general just not like, you get to a place, you know that there's a worldwide pandemic and you don't have health insurance. Like, how does this make sense? Like, why didn't she just go back?
Well, there was that, and I guess I'll have to mark this video as slight spoilers, but there's like, they have a garage sale and they sell stuff. And she's like, and they sell stuff that they shouldn't be selling, like family heirlooms. And she never looked, she encouraged them to have a garage sale. The oldest sibling's like 12. At no point did she say, oh, what are you selling?
Right. She never looked at what they were selling. What the heck?
And then there's another part where she has to go out of state overnight for a job interview. And she leaves the 12-year-old in charge
of Knox, who like cannot be, he needs parental supervision. Like he needs more supervision than just a 12-year-old babysitter.
Like more than half of this book is driven by the mom being a bad parent.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, and I'm like, I know like everybody has
Well, and
different.
the thing is, she doesn't freak out to the level that like I feel like my parents would or I would have. Like he, at one point, he cost them $100 and spilled soda. Like at another point, he's selling family heirlooms for like dollars on like, you know, coins.
Right.
You know, like it, and she doesn't get mad about it really. It's nuts. It's nuts.
No,
It goes
I
off the rails. Like once we hit the garage sale, I was like, I was out. I was like, this is not believable.
well, like I read it quickly because it's like a middle grade book, but like I'm like,
It didn't go very quickly for me after the garage sale book because I was done. I was out. Like I liked Knox and he would have worked in a different plot scenario, but like whew, what we had going on was just it was ridiculous. It
right.
was like a Benny Hill sketch.
Well, and I feel like all of the characters were like yeah, it was like the stereotypical mean older brother, like spoiled little sister. I just plus like there's a part at some point where like without going involved at like how it happens, but like their dog comes and the dog is like just went on the regular plane. I'm like, don't dogs have to be
But if
quarantined?
it's smaller, oh, you're right. Maybe I don't know.
I thought when you brought them from other countries, I thought going to and from any country, I thought they had to be quarantined.
Oh,
I could
yeah,
be wrong.
I
And I thought that was mostly, and I thought that was even without COVID because of like viruses and stuff. I could be wrong. I don't have a dog, but that's what I thought. Because I know somebody who has a cat that actually came from Ukraine and it had to be quarantined. And this was years ago. Yes.
I don't know. Well, and then like the more we talk about it, the more I think of all of the ridiculousness. Like, let's just talk about the dinosaur episodes. Like, how is this dinosaur episode happening and nobody's any of the wiser?
Well, and how do they like at some points don't have enough money for school supplies, but other times they have lots of money?
How can you buy dinosaur outfits, 3 of them, without it, mom batting an eye?
Right.
And not even asking questions. She's like,
right.
oh, I thought your dad just bought them.
Right.
Why wouldn't you ask why they bought them?
Right. We should rate it.
Okay.
Our rating system starts to top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse. Where are you?
I'm gonna have to give it 2 unicorns. Like the more we talk about it, like at first I was at a 3, but like I'm gonna have to give it a 2. It was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous in not a good way.
That's exactly where I am. Because originally I was like, oh, it's a 3. Because I did like, I did like the discussion of the racism with the
right. We didn't really talk about that, but yeah, no, you're right. Like talking about racism, the racism that was going on then, but then also how to combat, like they're talking about echoing each other, and like I thought that was a really great conversation
right
piece.
So maybe I will stick with a 3. I guess I'll stick with a 3 just mostly because of that.
Yeah,
but the rest of it was no.
I'm still at 2. So
yeah, so that is where we are on New from Here, and we'll see you around.
Bye.